I'm going to give it a couple of seconds real quick here to make sure that everything looks connected. It does look connected. Yes.
Yay! That's
So
always a good
look,
sign.
that's a plus. That's a plus. When you see the live button working and you see at least one person pop a head in, that's a good thing.
Yes.
So, hey, everybody, look, I'm broadcasting right now in multiple spaces. You know that I am Tanya Smith of Get Noticed with Video and Stream Like a Boss TV. I've been talking about this for the last week, the fact that I get the chance to speak with the incredible Luria Petrucci of Live Streaming Pros. I'm so excited.
Oh, I'm so excited to be here. You just have this bright, shining presence about you every time I see you, and I just am thrilled to be able to hang out.
Yay! Yay! Well, look, here's the bright, shiny thing that we need to talk about today. We want to talk about expand your reach, but I want to make sure that I learn or that we learn a little bit more about you, Luria, because look, what I've been telling people is that this Expand Your Reach virtual summit is going to be everything
Mhm.
because people need to get to know more about video, especially if you're a marketer and you're an entrepreneur. I mean, am I right?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, as an entrepreneur, you are facing the fact that you have to do all of the different things, especially when you're starting out in your business. At some point, you want to offload some of those things. But the truth of the matter is, you are building a brand, and in most cases, it's a personal brand as well, which works really well on the internet because people connect to humans, right? People want to
That's
connect to
right.
other people. And so when you're doing video and live streaming, especially, you can really connect and create that loyalty and create that sense of community that leads to sales over time, right?
Hmm.
And that can be done so much quicker than it can be through text or just social posts.
That's right. That's right. And that's, look, if anybody's going to tell people this, it's got to be you. I need to share a little bit about how I actually met you.
Oh,
And
yeah.
then I'm going to dive into some questions because I want people to really understand why it's so cool that you're here. Look, when I first started my live streaming journey, whether you know this or not, I think you may know, Lori, but I don't know. When I first started even trying to be brave enough to put my face on camera and to be committed to doing live streaming more frequently, I joined the Live Streaming Pros group. I didn't know a heck of a lot about you. I just knew that I loved how positive you were and how generous of a heart you seemed to have and how you were real, like a real
Oh,
person.
that's some robot.
I mean, because there's a lot of people, let's be
Yeah.
honest, who try to put out a persona or a presence, right? And it's not always authentic and it doesn't feel like I'm a heart person. So I believe
Yeah.
like if I meet somebody, I can discern this is a person that I want to follow and associate with. And so you were really clear and you made things simple about how to actually do live streaming and about how to make the right decisions as it related to gear and all kinds of other things. And so you were one of my very first mentors, like a real mentor
Oh,
about video. So
that's
just
so
know
cool.
that it's really cool that I get to talk to you.
I think that's amazing. I appreciate that. And speaking of the that authenticity, I always say it's fake authenticity that most people are putting out there. The Instagram perfect. It's just
Yeah.
crafting that perfect person or that authentic person that people want, they think they want the world to see about them,
Yeah.
but really hiding away a lot of the reality of who you are, flaws and all. And yeah, like you said, like, you know that this is somebody you want to be connected to when you see them and they're being authentic. So it's the power of it.
That's right. And that's another reason why I love live is
Hmm.
because you really get to just be out there and
Yeah,
be real and have the doorbell ringing and the dogs barking.
totally.
Although
People try and
I,
hide that away. I'm like, come on, bring it on. The kids, dogs, pets of any kind, people love.
yes, yes. So talk to us a little bit about who you are. Like, what would your official bio not tell us about you?
Well, I'll tell you, what my official bio would say, and then I'll give you two little secrets. Um,
Okay.
so I've been doing video and live streaming for 15 years, coming up on 16 in December, and so I've been around the block quite a few times, and I've transitioned and I've pivoted, and I've done stuff for my own communities, and as well as large companies like Panasonic and Samsung and all of these amazing companies. And I just really have a passion for teaching. I did 10 years where I was just doing, right? Just putting that content out. And the number one question that people asked was, how do I do what you do? And so when I discovered the world of education and courses and just being able to teach and help others, like my heart melted, because that was like where I needed to be. So I love doing this stuff. And really what I love to do is help people discover their hidden power and their hidden awesome behind all of the crafting that we were talking about, right? And all
Yeah.
of the things that the society is like just trying to drag us down on. And so I love to see when people are just like have that unlock moment, and they're like, oh, like, I'm not afraid of the camera. I can do this, It's so
Yeah.
cool. So a couple of things that you don't know about me. I love to paddleboard, or my bio doesn't say. I think anybody who follows me knows I love to paddleboard. But probably not probably nobody has ever heard this. I still sleep with my childhood teddy bear that my dad gave me.
What?
Yeah. Thing probably needs to be washed. But yeah, no, it's yeah, my dad gave me like, I'm a total daddy's girl. He's no longer with us for many years, but yeah, I sleep with my teddy bear still.
That's awesome. That is so look, whatever keeps you going right now, right?
Yeah.
So, hey, if a teddy bear is what does it, then that's embrace the teddy.
Oh. See, I'm not the only one. Callie does too. Yay.
I, you know what? I was just noticing that. Yeah.
That's
Let's
funny.
see. I still see like childhood tiger. Hey, I used to carry a teddy bear that a boyfriend long time ago, gave me in the back of my car. That's been thrown
Oh,
out long
that's
since, but
funny. Just keeping you company in the car.
just keeping me company in the car as I
That's
go.
cute. That's so cute.
All right, so look, when did you first start using video? And the reason why I need to ask this question, I have to ask because a lot of the folks that are in my audience, a lot of my community, no matter where we are broadcasting right now, LinkedIn, Twitter, etc., Facebook, they are new to video. And so a lot of times people feel that there's this hurdle they need to overcome. And much of it is mental,
Hmm.
but they need to hear from people like yourself who have already overcome, for the most part, roadblocks when it comes to video. So how did you overcome any roadblocks if there were some, Luria? Because I know you've been doing this for a long time. You said 16, 17 years?
Yeah, 15 coming up
Okay.
on 16. So, yeah, and of course there were roadblocks. I actually was one of the shyest people you'd ever met before I started doing video. Nobody believes me for some reason because I dance on camera now.
Exactly. Look,
And there you go.
dance.
See, that's what people know about me. I dance. But I think that, when I first started, I I did it out of necessity and out of curiosity more so
Yeah.
than wanting to be on camera. Never wanted to be on camera. I found I found happiness in it over time, and I love it now, but only because of that driving force that has been my driving force from the very beginning, and that is um, the ability to connect and help others. And I think that when you tap into your reason for being
Hmm.
and for doing, that's really all that matters. And you have to understand that people aren't there to judge you. Like, I
Yeah.
called my mom crying the first time I did a video and was like, I don't know what I'm doing. People are gonna think I suck and blah blah blah, right? Just like bawling my head off. I was a very young 24 at that time.
Yeah.
And I had to come to realize that even though I thought I was really wretched, when I put that video out there, despite that, people loved it. And like I didn't get any negative comments. And
Wow.
like that change, if you really step outside of yourself, that changes the way you see what you're doing. If you know what your driving force is behind the reason that you're doing this in the first place and putting yourself through the torture of
Yeah.
showing up on camera, then you also realize that people are selfish creatures. And in the total just human sense, you're not even saying that as a negative, but people are selfish because the actions they're taking online, the videos that they're watching, are because they're trying to get something from it, whether that's
Yeah.
entertainment, whether that's a how-to, whether that's lessons of some kind. Whatever value proposition you're putting out there, that's why people are showing up. So they're there for them, not to make fun of you. So when you can get
Hmm.
over that, that's your biggest roadblock in most cases.
So I want to kind of piggyback off of this whole idea of driving force and find out what's the driving force behind the Expand Your Reach Summit? Because when I saw it, I was like, that's genius. Like, oh yeah, I signed up seriously within 5 minutes
That's
after
awesome.
hearing you talk about it because I knew that given what you said on your video when you were introducing it, and I'm going to pop up the link so that people know where to go. You said this is going to be different. It's not going to be like other summits where you just have a bunch of talking heads. So I want to hear more about the driving force. What drove you to create this summit? What is it about?
Well, at the beginning, like we've been talking about doing an event all year long within my team, and people for years have been asking us to put on a summit.
Yeah.
And I just kept bumping up against an issue in my head. And that was everybody puts on summits and there's a lot of great speakers, a lot of great information, but what do you do with that information afterwards? And
Mm-hmm.
that is to me core of being a good entrepreneur, is not just consuming information but doing something with that. And so my passion is action oriented information. And so I kept kind of like bumping up against this desire to do it, but me kind of feeling like I couldn't let people know about it because I wasn't feeling good about just having a bunch of speakers. So when
Yeah.
we came up with, how we could structure it so that people could take action at the end of it and create an action plan for their 2022 content, whether it's recorded video, live streaming, or short form content,
Mm-hmm.
YouTube Shorts or TikTok or whatever, understanding what the information was, understanding how it applies to you and to your content strategy, because each one of us is different and not
Yep.
everybody should be doing the same thing. And so, yeah, we created this kind of a system that we're going to work off of so that we are walking people and guiding people through those decisions so that by the end of it, they know exactly what to pay attention to in those from that information and what to do after the fact, because that was the thing I couldn't get myself over, is just having a bunch of information and then just leading
Yep.
people to it. It's like so it is very different from that perspective, and it's just something I'm super passionate about.
And I've included my link below. So for
Yes.
those of you who are actually thinking about signing up for this event, you definitely want to check it out. Because the thing that you just said, Luria, I think is what really appealed to me most.
Mm,
I didn't want to hear a bunch of people speaking about video and then I walk off, right, the
yeah.
next day and I'm like, okay, I don't remember anything they said.
Exactly, right.
And I didn't implement anything. I didn't take any action because they didn't
Mhm.
give me any action steps. And
Yeah.
now I'm left to kind of do this on my own. That was the thing that really appealed to me. And I feel like that's the thing that's going to appeal to a lot of the folks that are in my community as well. is that you have built that in. And I get it. We all say, "Hey, I want it to be different,"
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, I want to do something different. Yeah.
But until you're intentional and really putting that kind of structure in place for a summit or an event like this, it's not gonna be different. I think
Right.
the powerhouse speakers that you have are
Mm.
also a big plus. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, I'm incredibly thankful to my friends for saying yes to this and for participating in it. We've got Amy Porterfield, we've got Pat Flynn, Mike Stelzner, we've got your audience may not know some of these people, but they're top YouTubers, Epos Vox, Harris Heller, and we've got Kenya Kelly coming in on TikTok and how to make that actually make money. So we've got just incredibly powerful speakers, like you said, and I'm not even naming half of them, but you can see all of those people on the page, and I am just really excited about the sessions themselves, right? And not just hearing from these big names that you can hear from on a regular basis out there in the public, but really my goal is to help you hear things that they don't normally share outside of in their worlds. Like, for example, Amy Porterfield, I am thankful to have worked behind the scenes with her on many occasions, and it's really cool how she doesn't do exactly what I preach, right? So like when it comes to live video, I preach a certain kind of strategy that
Mhm.
works for most people, but she doesn't actually do that. So what I want her to share is how she actually does use live video in order to increase her launch sales, right? So like launching with live video for her has become incredibly powerful. And also how she uses it behind the scenes in her membership and things like that to create loyalty and keep people there on a longer term basis instead of having a high turnover rate. So it's such good information that's going to be shared, but again, with that action plan in mind.
I love that. I love that. I need to go through some of these comments because some of these are really funny. So
Go, go.
first of all, let me put this out here because I love that someone says, Luria,
Yeah.
don't want to do things like all the others. And your way does make a big difference. I'm sure of that.
Well, and here's what I will say. Like, yeah, I don't do things the same way as others, and my way will make a big difference. But the thing is your way also makes a big difference. And if I do one thing well, it is to encourage you to learn, but add your magic on top of that
Yes.
strategy so that it's unique to you, so that you are shining beyond just a strategy. And so we'll definitely be diving into that during the summit as
Hold
well.
up, hold up. Let me see if I can make it work. I was going to do a DJ horn with that one because I
Oh,
love it. Because I think what you just look, the fact is anybody can do video or other types of content if other types of content matter
yeah.
most to you and you feel more comfortable with it. But you have to put your spin on everything,
Yes.
your own
Otherwise, it's
spin.
bland.
Hmm.
And there we go.
Well, it kind of petered out, but
Kind
we'll work that out
of. We'll
a
take
little bit
it.
later.
Good
I'm
attempt.
giving
Good
her a
attempt.
high five. How about that?
That's funny.
Oh, wait, I gotta hear the DJ horn. I know. I don't know what happened there, so we'll work that out later.
I don't know
So
which
look,
button is. Oh, no, that wasn't it. Are you hearing that?
I hear it. I hear it.
Okay. Well, there's something.
Something popped up. Let me see. Yeah, it's just not working today. It's all good.
Oh.
I'm looking at it and it acts like it's going. So David said, "Wow, Amy Porterfield.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes,
I'm
yes,
super
yes.
excited about her because this is coming from a woman who didn't even want to be on camera, right? Like she resisted being on camera because she has a top podcast that she's done for years,
Yep.
and the fact that she has transitioned into using live video so much, I think that will really speak to those of you who are struggling against the idea of video.
Yep. Well, there's a lot of people, so I just need to explore this for a second.
Mm.
Social audio is a big deal right now,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Clubhouse and all those other things. what is the differentiator? Like, when do you decide that you should do social audio versus social video, or should you do both? Do you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, both is always a good thing to do if you can fit it into your strategy and the time frame that you have available to you to create content, right?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
But it's a different experience.
Hmm.
Audio, whether we're talking about podcasting or social audio like Clubhouse or Twitter Spaces, you are looking at more of a mobile kind of multitasking
Yeah.
experience for people versus video and live where people are kind of glued to the screen. So there are different ways that you can connect with people, and both are powerful and both are useful. And
Hmm.
the thing is people consume content differently, either at just differently in period
Yeah.
because they don't want one kind of content or another,
Hmm.
or they do it at different times of the day, right? So giving them the option is always a good thing. But again, we don't want to try to do all the things all at the same time. You do need to be strategic about implementing these different forms of content so that you're not overwhelmed.
And the primary focus for this particular event, Expand Your Reach, is video, right?
Yes,
So
video
we're,
of all kinds. So recorded video, whether that's on YouTube or Facebook or anywhere else, short form content like YouTube Shorts and TikTok, and as well as live video, of course. I can't ignore live video, but
right.
any form of video content.
Okay, awesome. I'm going to pop that link up one more time here, real quick here.
And I would encourage you guys to, if you've heard about this from her, then use her link, because that supports her as well. And I think that that's super beneficial, for you guys as a community to support, you know, um, your favorite host of the day, right? Like, I always want to say Tanya, but it's Tanya. I know I always screw that up, and then I'm afraid to say it.
Look, don't
I
be afraid.
apologize.
I always give people two tries, like
Two
two
tries.
tries. And then it's like,
And then you're
you're
out.
cut off.
Sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all good. Look, I appreciate you taking the time today to even come and just hang out for a few minutes. I did not want to take up your entire day. I know you're super busy, Luria, but
Oh, it's
I
it's
wanted,
thrilling to be able to hang out, chat.
I'm scanning through to see if there's any questions.
Yeah,
So if anybody has last minute questions,
I'm
now is
here.
your chance. Now, a lot of people are actually just putting in the comments that they can't wait.
Yeah. Woohoo.
Marcus said, I cannot wait. I love Amy Porterfield comments. Let's
Yes.
see, sound effects. Somebody asked for the DJ horn. I can't get it to work for whatever reason. Let's see, Virginia says, hi. What's up, girl?
Hi.
Oh, that's you saying hi to
Oh,
her, but
that's
she said
Callie.
hi.
That must have been Callie. Yeah,
Okay.
Callie's in there.
All right. Awesome. 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 And then, of course, we had the request for dancing,
Of course.
which which you'll be able to see her dance. And can you tell us where to find you, Luria? Where can people find you?
Yeah, come hang out with me on YouTube, youtube.com/live streaming pros. And I'm live twice a week, Monday and Friday at 10 a.m. Pacific. And I would love to help you answer your questions and get to know you.
Just type in live streaming pros on Google and you will find her. She'll pull right up. I promise you.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, thank you for taking a few minutes to talk to us about Expand Your Reach. I'm going to pop up that link one more time and just
Definitely.
encourage people to get signed up. Now, the importance of them signing up really between now and tomorrow, November 30th.
Yes, we should definitely say that.
What is the importance?
So you have a 40% off early bird discount right now, for Cyber Monday, Cyber Tuesday. So if you, I mean, you can pay more, and I'll take that extra, but it does, that price does go up, and it continues to go up the closer we get to the event. So I would highly encourage you, if you're interested, to go ahead and take action now, so that you don't have to pay that higher price.
Get in now. Get in now. This is
Right.
why I love that we got a chance to talk about it today. So
Yes.
thank you again, Luria. I really
Thank
appreciate you.
you.
I do not see questions, nothing but applause and comments and
Oh,
dances.
There was a one
Look,
question. How
that's
long are the replays available for? So
oh,
in the
there we go.
all access ticket, you get replays, and you get lifetime access. And when we say lifetime access, generally speaking, it's as long as the videos are kept up on the site. And I only take videos down when they're no longer relevant or helpful to people. And so it'll be, at least a year, probably more. So yeah, I would only take them down if they're not going to be of help to you in the environment that we are a couple of years from now, right? Which is possible, but I don't want you working off of old content. But you'll have plenty of time to watch those.
And I don't know how many levels there are. I haven't
There's
looked
just two:
again
standard
today.
ticket and then
Okay.
all access. The all access is totally worth it because you get the replays, you get extra options to win prizes, and ask me anything sessions with some of the speakers and things like that. So
And look, I have learned, I'm just going to say this for my community. I've learned to always go ahead and go with the next level. So don't do the standard. And the
right,
reason for that is because something always happens. Life comes up and then you can't attend live and then you miss out. So I always try to purchase the package
yeah.
with the replays.
Yeah. And I will say we have sold very few standard tickets. Like everybody is buying the all access because it's only $50 more.
Yep.
And usually events charge at least 100, usually more than that for that jump up. So it's a
Yes.
really good upgrade price.
Awesome. Awesome. And I knew that it would be because it's you.
Yes, we have two parties too, Callie is pointing out, with the all access ticket. She's excited about the parties.
And parties, Callie. Look, Callie, I have to give you a shout out, Callie, because my daughter's name is Callie, so I love the name.
Oh, cool. How's it spelled?
Hers is Callie. I know this
Okay.
Callie is Kali.
Yes. Yeah.
Ha, 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 ha.
And my Callie, like I used to go by Callie as when I was first starting with video, and mine was like California, Cali.
Oh, see, popular. Look, she said, bring your own BYOB though. Yes,
Yeah, we
yes.
can't provide that unfortunately on a virtual event. What if I
But you can
could?
you can bring it yourself. Somebody was asking for cake on the original YouTube, but
Yes,
you were
that's become a theme with us is cake in our parties. So we'll have cake. You can have cake. You can have beer. You can have whatever you want.
bring what you want, but definitely come. So get your ticket
Yes.
and don't forget to get it before the early bird deadline runs tomorrow. Make
Yeah,
sure that you go ahead and get in there and get it.
absolutely.
All righty, ma'am. Well,
Yeah,
thank you
thank you
very
so
much.
much. It
I
was a
appreciate
pleasure.
you.
You
You too.
too.
All right, y'all. We're
We're
in
like in
sync.
sync.
It's like right here, right
That's
here.
hilarious. That was good. I'll see you later.
All right, y'all. Take care.
Bye.
Get signed up.